All right, guys, welcome back. Today got a little bit of a surprise. Actually, just picked up a new project. Don't really know if I need another one, but we're gonna see how this one goes. I've always wanted one of these, and we'll give you guys a look at it here in a second. It's really old, though. One hint. So this is what we're working with. This is a 1928 Model A. Pretty bare bones. This one was the sport coupe, so it was never actually a 5-window. This would have all been canvas up here, and somebody actually, you could see somebody cut all of this 5-window, cut a different 5-window apart and made this one. So it's just tacked on there all around. There's no back window, but there is a back window, but she's not on there. So yeah, this is the new project. You know, first things first, we're gonna get it all cleaned up. The plan with this thing's probably gonna, you know, try and make it into a bit of a hot rod. Probably chop the top somewhere around 3 inches, and you know, of course, these were the old gas tanks back in the day, so we're gonna do away with that, and you know, get this dash all in there, start getting all this old stuff out. A lot of the wood is still in here. I don't know if many of you guys know this, but a lot of the old Fords had wood for the structure inside the car. So of course this is where your seat would have been, and everything like that. The front of this, nobody ever finished this, so these are just kind of hanging there, and it still needs a visor, and still really dirty. Just barely even got it in this little shop here, but got a good frame on it. You know, it's got a huge good smash right there, but that won't be too hard to get out. And gonna get rid of all that crap down there. Probably put a 4-link, ideally. And then of course the frame's gonna have to get boxed in, and but like I said, first things first, we got to get this thing cleaned up. So we'll go ahead and start doing that, and we'll get back with you guys. All right, well, there she is, all cleaned up. I mean, somewhat rinsed off anyways, not really cleaned up, but looking a lot better. You know, I could actually see some of the floors and stuff like that. Not that there was much floors to begin with, but you can see it's pretty much all there. Also forgot to mention, I do have fenders. Those are the rears. Those are really rough. And some more stuff there. Also got front fenders. Actually got a bunch of junk right over there. Fenders, hood, stuff like that. But other than that, this thing's somewhat clean now. So I guess the next step is probably get everything ready to get the body to come off the frame next, so we can start getting that all cleaned up. So I already checked it right here. My bad. It's, I don't know if you can see that, but it's off the frame mostly. Still got the steering column there. Still got a couple things holding us up, but and the fact that I'm only one human and I can't really lift this thing by myself, that's also holding me up. But yeah, so I guess next thing is I'll just go through, make sure there's nothing else, get rid of that old steering column, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, it's the next day. I got a little bit more progress on the Model A. Wasn't too much work. I didn't get to film us getting the body off. I don't know, it was just kind of chaos getting it off, so I just didn't get a chance to film it. But got the body off, and yeah, frame is looking pretty good actually. So I'll give you guys a look at it here in a second. One thing I gotta say, even though I washed it, this thing is still really dirty. So here's a look at it so far. Body's over there in the corner. Not really sure how we even fit it in here, but it fits. So we're just gonna keep it over there for a little while. I'm not really gonna worry about it too much, because that'll be pretty easy to fix once we get to that. Main thing right now is basically to get the frame going. So all this stuff basically is just gonna go. I mean, like, these are the shocks. Those definitely ain't gonna work out for us. These are the brakes. These had mechanical brakes, so those are the brake levers. All that stuff's got to go. I think those are the old motor mounts, which, I mean, they even have rubber on them, but I don't even know how that's still there. But this rear end's definitely got to go. This whole torque tube and all that stuff. And then the front end looks like it's gonna be pretty easy, just like baling wire, holding it on mostly. And then the rear's also got baling wire. I don't really know what that is actually, but just gotta cut those bolts. Not even gonna try and take them off, just gonna cut them. And probably get rid of those motor mounts, get rid of this big old hunk of steel. That's just for the brakes too. Should be pretty simple, so I'll maybe do a little time-lapse thing, and we'll get back with you guys. I got the rear end off. It was pretty easy. That one just had to cut the U-bolts, and then the brake linkages. Take those off, and then up here, got it mostly loose. Got the U-bolts, I think. Oh, okay. It's like stuck. Pretty, not sure. I think that's holding it. Well, I just don't think the cordless grinder's got that in it. Plus, it's also holding on by these, so gotta cut those bolts. Probably gonna go get the regular grinder and get this front end off. But that rear end's done. That thing was easy. Probably drag it out of here in a second too. So, all right, let's see what else we could get done. Headed over to my junk. I used to have an S10 rear end, which will work perfect in that car because it's small enough, right? Chevy bolt pattern and everything like that. Not seeing it. This one's out of my old C10. Really hoping it was back here. I don't know, might have gave it away. Can't really remember. There's a little 9-inch right there. I mean, that might work. It's already got 4-link on it too. See? Yeah. There's the lower 4-link brackets, upper 4-link brackets. Hopefully, maybe I'll be able to get that to work. Okay, well, I guess that concludes our rear end search. Anyways, I got these shocks off. I was just gonna cut them, but the bolts came loose, so we're just gonna leave those on there. I mean, these things are almost 100 years old, but look at that. It's all shiny underneath. And okay, the next thing I think this is all welded on there. That would have been for your push. I mean, I guess your manual start. That's what I was told. But I think this cross member looks like it broke at one time. Somebody welded some stuff on there. Somebody definitely, damn. That's a good gouge. Oh, it's cracked. Ooh. Ooh. That won't be too bad. We'll just grind those out and clean them. I mean, the frame's getting boxed anyways, so that won't be a big deal. And this side looks good. No, this side looks pretty damn good. Yeah, so hopefully I mean, not sure why, but this plug's not working. So we're just gonna, hopefully we can get that with the cordless grinder, and I think everything will come loose. Ideally that thing won't come loose and kill me either, but I guess we'll see. All right, well, the cordless grinder had enough juice, just barely, but I cut that pin or whatever the hell it was loose. And I mean, she's off of there. Look at that. There it goes. Oh, there's still connected there. That's unfortunate. Hopefully a grinder will take care of that. We'll see. Now, this might be kind of dangerous, but I think it's off. Okay, still one rod. Okay. Now I think I'm loose. Okay, yep. You don't have to hold me. Yeah. Okay. It just freaks me out how light these things are. It's ridiculous. About ready. Get those things out of here. So, gonna work on that, and let's see how it goes. This thing's kind of like hammer. Now, might be a good time to sweep real quick. All right, well, I got it mostly swept up in here. Not that great, because I'm probably still gonna make more of a mess anyways, but got it up on jack stand on the front, basket in the rear. Next thing, just gonna keep on taking stuff off. Like I said, motor mount's gotta go. This brake bar deal's gotta go. That cross member is gonna go eventually. Not right now though. And this front cross member is also gonna go. If you see right here, how it dips down. Well, that basically lifts the car because the leaf spring goes up in here. So I am still planning on running a straight axle on it. That'll probably be the, you know, cheapest, fastest way to go about things. So I'll still run a straight axle on here. Probably gonna do a front 4-link also, and then this cross member I'll eventually knock all these rivets out. They're there, those ones. Knock all those out and put a different cross member, one that's straight, so that way we can make everything fit a little bit better. Well, just basically make the car ride better, ride lower, I should say. And I don't know, that the bar right there, that thing's got to go. The center cross member, I'm not really sure yet. We're gonna leave it there for now though. And there's like a couple things that gotta stay. Like I think these brackets, those are for like the splash aprons or fenders or something like that. I'm not even sure, but I'll figure it out. And same with those, I think those are the body mounts. Stuff like that's gotta stay, but I mean, eventually this cross member. So that's exactly where the rear end rides. Well, when you lower them, say if I put a 4-link on the rear of this, just that thing's just not gonna work because the rear end's gonna want to come up right in here, and it's just gonna hit this. So just gonna probably make a cross member. They sell one pretty cheap. It's a rear cross member. Just kind of, I could raise it up here, channel it a little bit, Z it, I guess you could say, and then it'll come up and around the rear end, like so. And then once we do that, cut that center cross member out of there, then the rear end will be able to ride where I want it to as far as ride height. You know, I thought about channeling the car, but it's probably not a good idea. Pretty tall, it's a pretty small car, especially once I chop it. It'll be a lot harder to ride in. And then but not too worried about that right now. So yeah, like I said, I'll just keep chugging away at this thing, see where else I could get on it tonight. All right guys, well I kept chugging away at it and got a little bit farther. I got that brake rod off, and that's about it, honestly. So I'm probably just gonna call it quits there for right now, and this will probably be the end of this video. And I mean, we got pretty far. We got the whole rear end, front end off, got the body off of there. Definitely gonna keep an eye out for some rear fenders, because those two they're pretty rough, but you know, worst case we'll put them on there, who cares. And probably tomorrow I'll just keep chugging away on it, get a couple more things off. I'll probably try and pick up some wire wheels so I can get this thing all cleaned up. And yeah, that should do it. I mean, pretty interesting the way they did things. This spare rear brakes, pretty crazy to think that was the whole freaking thing that stopped your car. But other than that, like I said, all this stuff's probably gonna keep coming off, but definitely probably time to start cleaning it too some more, get all this rust off, and get this whole battery cable off, the little battery tray, stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. So please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.